This morning, I woke up here, surrounded by trees, the smell of the earth after a rain overnight, and the kind of quiet that you don't really find in cities. For a long time, I thought freedom meant consistent movement, new places, new views, and always chasing that next destination. But lately, I'm realising that freedom isn't really about how far you travel. It's about how you choose to live, wherever you are. Building a location-independent life, for me, hasn't been about escaping responsibility. It's been about choosing responsibility differently. Choosing how I spend my time, choosing what I build, and choosing what I give my energy to. Alright, so we're up and off early this morning, and I feel really bad leaving campground early because it's gotten really busy down here. It's been dead quiet, almost by myself, but it's a long weekend this weekend, so it's gotten really busy now. And you know, everyone's come down and they want to have a sleep in and that, so I'm trying to be quiet, but I have to slam my side door to get it closed. And I mean, the campsites are pretty far apart anyway, but I just feel bad. And then I'm driving past with my car. Anyway, hopefully they didn't hear me. So today we're going to go for a hike, which I'm pretty excited about because I haven't really been for one for ages. When it gets too hot in WA, it's a really dry heat, so it's not very comfortable to go for a hike. It can be a little bit risky too, you know, you've got to carry lots of water. It's a little bit cooler today, it's overcast, and I saw this thing on social media for a place called Bob's Hollow. I'm going to talk a bit louder so you can hear me over the road and the engine. So Bob's Hollow is between Redgate and Contos, and I could get there, go from Contos Beach, leave from there and do a round trip, but I know that the road into Contos Beach is corrugated. I've tried it before and it's like really corrugated, so I don't like driving on those roads. Everything moves and shakes. So we're going to go to Redgate and head east of Redgate and get to Bob's Hollow that way. But first, we're going to go stop off at my favourite place for a bit of grounding. So we're going to stop off at Boreanut Forest and just walk barefoot through there with my cup of tea. I love doing that first thing in the morning. There's no one around. It's really beautiful. Oh, damn, someone's already here. When people hear location independent or digital nomad, they often imagine laptops on beaches and endless travel, or a kind of perfect, effortless lifestyle. But the reality is much quieter than that. For me, location independence simply means this: I am not tied to one place, one office, or one version of life. It means I can work from here, walk this trail in the middle of the day, spend my mornings slowly, and shape my days around my energy, not someone else's schedule. It doesn't mean life is easier. In many ways, it's more uncertain, but it feels real to me, and that is worth more than predictability. I just love being here and just sitting and listening to the sounds of the forest. this way. I don't need to be down there.
You're at the bar hanging out with your regular dudes. You see her name on your phone and you know that you're screwed. You know that it's true. She buckles up going off about Hollywood stars. Yet you are already bored before she gets in the car. You know that you are. So I think it's time to tell you what I've had on my mind.
Building a creative digital nomad kind of life has been one of the most beautiful and yet one of the most challenging things I have ever done. There's no clear roadmap, no guarantees, no fixed timeline for success. So we've just come from up here and we're headed that way, and I think I have to walk along the beach, but I can see the track at the other end of the beach. I was kind of hoping there wouldn't be too much beach walking. Not a big fan of walking in the sand, but see how we go. Some days everything flows. Ideas come easily. Work feels meaningful. And yet other days, I doubt everything. I wonder if I'm being irresponsible, if I should choose the safer path, if this dream will actually sustain me long term. Okay, we're away from the ocean a little bit, so you might be able to hear me a bit better. So this does form part of the Cape to Cape track, which I think it's from Cape Naturalist to Cape Lewin, the two lighthouses. And I'd love to do that full track. Obviously there would be overnighters. And I'd also love to do the Bibbulmun, which goes from Mundaring down to Albany, I think. Yeah, but it's a pretty beautiful walk, as you can see. But every time I come back to places like this, every time I feel how calm my nervous system becomes in nature, I'm reminded why I choose this. It's not to get rich, it's not to impress anyone, but to build a life that feels spacious, creative, and deeply aligned. I think what I'm really building isn't just a location-independent life. It's a different relationship with time. In the conventional world, time is something we trade. Hours for money, years for security. Out here, time feels more like something to protect. I protect my mornings, I protect my creative energy, I protect the space in which I need to think, to feel, and to grow. So you're going to see lots of flies, these little signposts along this track, and you'll see them on the Bibbulmun as well, Bibbulmun track. So it's just directing you which way to go. So we're going this way. And slowly I'm learning that freedom isn't a destination. It's something you practice, it's the choices you make, it's the boundaries you set, in the courage to keep designing your life, even when you don't have all the answers yet. I don't know exactly what this life will look like in 5 or maybe 10 years' time. I may travel more, hopefully. I might settle somewhere new. My work will likely evolve. My priorities may change. There it is. It's like a hollowed out cave. I could live there. But what I do know is this. I want to keep building a life that feels intentional, connected to nature, grounded in creativity, and guided more by curiosity than by fear. If you're watching this and feeling that quiet pull towards something a bit different, towards more freedom, more alignment, more space to become who you were meant to be, just know that you don't have to have the whole plan figured out. You only need to start asking better questions.
If you see what I can see, tell her to
on this morning's hike. I ran into some, well, this cave is leaking with its stalactites, I don't know which one it is coming down. There are some climbers, the abseilers, that just came past. So apparently there's a bigger cave further up there and they're going, yeah, down. So I said to them, if I've got my drone out, can I film them hanging off the edge of the cliff? So I'm going to do that, but this is pretty cool. I do just want to take a little minute during this video to just acknowledge that Victoria has experienced some horrific bushfires over the last month or so. It's been really, really bad for our wildlife, and in particular the flying fox fruit bats, which I have on my shirt here. And what I do is I support the Fly-by-Night Bat Clinic in Victoria because they do some amazing work in rehabilitating the bats. And as I said, the bats have suffered some really horrific losses in those fires, and so it's really putting pressure on the Fly-by-Night Bat Clinic. So if you are in a position to help them out, I will leave a link in the description to their donation page, and any monetary funds that you can send towards them would be so helpful because they pay for all the medications and everything for the bats, all their food. So yeah, anything you can do to help them out would be amazing. Thank you. Thank you for stopping and posing for me. Can I just scoot past you? I'm just going to step over this way, not to scare you anymore. I wonder if that's the cliff that they're going to be hanging off. Does look like to be another cave there.
Cause your keys got lost in your best friend's couch. Tell her that your phone got hit by a truck, so she can't blame you for your phone's bad luck. Tell her that your heart fell off of your sleeve. Tell her that you just need a second to breathe. Tell her there's someone, tell her it's me. Tell her G-O-O-D bye. E-E-R-F-E-C-T. Come on baby, you look good on me. If you see what I can see, tell her G-O-O-D bye. E-E-R-F-E-C-T. Come on baby, you look good on me. If you see what I can see, tell her G-O-O-D bye.
That was so cool being able to find them on the drone. I didn't think I'd be able to find them, but and nice of her to wave. But you know, obviously I did ask if I could film them, so yeah, that was cool. I'm pretty sure I was born to be an explorer. I love only being able to get to places like this by hiking, and where I started from, you know, you can actually park a lot closer, but I think you need four-wheel drive access for that. It's just so good for you to get outside and experience something new. And I know that there's risk with everything, you know, like there's obviously a high risk of running into a snake here, but I kind of look at it and go, you know, it's like the same as running into a shark. I'm sure those snakes are like in the bushes right next to where I'm stepping, but they don't want to jump out and bite you, they don't eat you. And there is always a risk. There's a risk of fall, there's, you know, a risk of attack, there's so many risks, but you also face a lot of different risks in your home as well, you know. There's a list of risk of being electrocuted and God knows what else. So, you know, I think I'd rather be out here taking risks and experiencing this beautiful countryside than not. Oh, okay, I'm knackered now. that was a good hike. I enjoyed that. If you weren't filming and sort of hanging around, I think it'd take you about an hour and a half to 2 hours. I think it took me about 45 minutes to get to Bob's Hollow, and that was with filming. But I would recommend doing it on a cool day, start early in the morning, just because there's not a lot of tree coverage, so you don't want to be out there in 35 degree heat, 40 degree heat. But yeah, thoroughly enjoyed that, and I think now it's time to go for a swim.